Good evening, and welcome to the Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting, City of Fayetteville. This is August the 12th, 2025. Tonight we have with us to say the prayer, Pastor Seth Philbrick from the Fayetteville ARP Church, if you want to come forward. And also to say the pledge, we have two beautiful young ladies to say the pledge with us. Oakland Freeman, and she is a student at Ralph Askins, and we also have Brinley Warren. It's a Ralph Askins student. So if you girls want to come forward and stand where I showed you, we're going to start with our prayer, okay? Everyone please stand.
Let's pray. Almighty God and Heavenly Father, we praise you, for you are good, and your steadfast love endures forever. Father, I pray for the men and women in this room whom you have called and placed in these positions of leadership. Father, I pray for Mayor Hartman as she moderates this meeting. God, grant her wisdom that she might lead well. Father, I pray that you would grant the entire board a spirit of unity, that they would be of one mind for the good of the city that they serve and for the glory of your name. God, be merciful and guide these men and women by your Holy Spirit in accordance with your will, and we will be careful to give you all the praise. In the precious name of Jesus I pray. Amen.
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Y'all come back and see us. Okay, board, you have been provided a copy of tonight's agenda. Are there any corrections?
Mayor,
Yes?
I would like to ask or make a motion that we remove item A under new business. There are other questions that I think need to be discussed, like zoning, land use, and to find out if the lawyers have talked about it or what are the ramifications, until further questions can be answered.
Is there a problem with that, Johnny?
Whatever the board.
Was that a motion?
Yes.
The motion.
Well, I would second that motion.
So we have a motion and a second to remove item A under new business. Any discussion?
I'd like to move forward with the vote. I think we've run around this topic quite a bit. It's just acquiring the property. That is it. And we're not even know if the board IDB is going to approve it. So this shows in good faith that we want to acquire this piece of property.
I'd like to know about zoning and discuss the map that we received yesterday.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell on the map exactly what it was. I don't know, maybe if it was highlighted, it would have been a little bit easier to read.
Well, the way that I understand this is just there has been no promises, no negotiations, nothing. The IDB board just approached the city and asked if we would be interested, and so they need a yes or no, and then it would then go to their board to decide what they would offer and at what price and how many acres and things like that. So this doesn't commit the city to anything. It just agrees to go back to the IDB board. Yes, we might be interested, and then we could start negotiations with her board. But right now, this doesn't bind the city to anything.
Okay.
It's currently zoned industrial. It's from the
Okay.
now.
But I'd like to know what the zoning regulations are, rules are, if we put a park that was questioned in the middle of an industrial area, land usage and stuff. And you spoke of purchasing it. Is that their plan to sell it to us? Or
We
give it
don't
to us?
know until they
That's
know.
the questions I'd like answered.
Well, that they can't decide until we negotiate whether that it's a gift to the city I think that was the discussion at one time, that it was a gift to the city. But we do not know until their board meets. So they can't go forward until we give them a yes or a no answer. Any other discussion by the board?
I'll call for a question.
Okay, any questions?
Now I'll call for a question.
Questions to vote, okay. So, all those in favor of taking it off of the agenda, Debbie, will you call the vote?
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
No.
Mr. Keenan?
No.
Mr. Faulkner?
No.
Ms. Dorothy?
Aye.
It's a tie vote.
That's a tie vote. I vote to move forward to the industrial board, so that they know that the city has an interest in it, but this does not obligate us to anything at this point.
So just you're voting no on the motion to take it off the,
I'm voting no to take it off,
so it'll stay on
so it stays on the agenda. We'll move back to the top of, that got us through the agenda, and now I'll ask the board, you've been provided the minutes for the July 8th meeting. Are there any corrections on those minutes? Hearing none, those minutes will stand as presented. Item number 6, public comment. We have had 2 persons to sign up for public comment. I will just tell these gentlemen that you have 2 minutes to state your concern, whatever your concern is. This is not a time for questions and answers back and forth with the board, because I want to give you the full time to state what your concern is. So if you will come forward, Chad Hancock. And I'll just indicate to you when your time is up, okay?
Well, good evening, Board of Mayor and Alderman. My name is Chad Hancock. I'm the student pastor at First Baptist Church here in Fayetteville. I appreciate just a moment to share about a venture that our student ministry has got underway that I believe may be impacted by the inoperable vehicle ordinance. I'm not sure. I'm really just sharing a heart and a vision and kind of seeing how this may or may not be impacted. About 3 months ago, a group of our students and adults met to think of a way to creatively get the word, the scripture, and some encouragement out in front of our student center located on North Main here in town. We all like the idea of the rock at Lincoln County High School that art students use to paint messages and communicate different things to both students and the community. The idea that, our students and adults kind of settled into was finding a kind of a classic vintage style vehicle that we would use as a focal point, and somehow in conjunction with that, we would use it as a bit of a billboard, whether it has a sign attached to it, like a flat canvas, or using the vehicle itself. And I'm not an artistic person, so this was not my idea, but again, we're trying to kind of tap into the creative vein of many of our students and adults alike. Since that time, we went about trying to purchase a similar vehicle, and in the process we had one that was donated to us. So we currently have that vehicle. We've really just begun the initial phases of restoring, redoing, plan to repaint, and again, it's not a junked vehicle. We want it to look very nice, and it's going to be again a focal point. So again, I'm not sure how this would be impacted by this ordinance, and I don't know if there's any provision that could be made that would allow this to be continued, but I appreciate any direction and any advice you may have.
Thank you. Next to speak is Mr. Ben Smith. I'll indicate while waiting.
Okay. Ben Smith. I have 2 kids who are part of the youth at First Baptist, so I'm here along the same terms, and just wanted to share with you the heart that the kids have to really display their love for God, but also their love for art. And like Chad said, I'm not artistic. I couldn't paint a stick figure, but I appreciate, a church leader trying to reach out, and let it. And just like he mentioned, the rock at the high school, I think it tells people that are looking to move to Fayetteville, hey, we let our kids, display, hey, they appreciate kids. Kids have a say here. And like he said, us being there on North Main, this will be one of the first things people see when they come to Fayetteville for the North. And how awesome would it be to have the Word of God spread, but also for them to realize that here's a place where kids can tap into the community, not just something for parents. So I appreciate the state of Tennessee, not allowing junkyards to be on the side of the road like Alabama is. So I understand your, concern for inoperable vehicle ordinance. I just hope maybe there's a way, that our billboard, our display, could maybe have a provision instead of, since our purpose in it. It's not just going to be a junk vehicle. It's actually going to be a billboard, something beautiful to beautify the city. So, thank y'all.
Thank you. That concludes the public comments for tonight. Next we'll move into special reports, and we have Director Carolyn Denton with the Fayetteville Chamber of Commerce.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to remind you that this coming Thursday night will be the final concert of the Music in the Park series for this season. We'll feature the Fabulous 50 Singers and Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church Men's Chorus, so we'll have a double header. That will be on the 14th, of course, at 6:30. We'll have food trucks on site, and we do want to thank you again for your partnership, the city and the Parks and Rec Department. We appreciate that every year. So we've had a great season, and we didn't have any rain out, so that was really good. Applications are available through the Chamber for the Governor's Volunteer Stars Awards. The deadline will be September the 30th, so if you'd like to nominate an adult or a youth, the category for youth is under 25 years old. We can help you out with that at the Chamber. We're also extending an opportunity to our Chamber members to promote their business at the Lincoln County Fair. The Chamber has a booth there for tourism each year, and the dates this year are the 13th through the 20th, and we do have books available at the Chamber. Our next Breakfast Buzz, our speed networking event, will be on Tuesday, August the 26th, and we appreciate Higgins Funeral Home for being our sponsor for this event. Leadership Lincoln is still accepting applications, so if there's anyone that's interested in joining the class this year, those applications are available on the Chamber's website. Also today I was notified that registration has opened for anyone that would like to be a mentor for Tennessee Achieves. I can help you with that link. And the Oversight Committee for Host Christmas Past has some special incentives this year for partnerships with WAFF and Experience Tennessee. We're extending this to some of our sponsor levels, and the deadline to be a sponsor is September the 29th, and of course the dates for hosts this year are November 13th and 14th. That's perfect.
Any questions? Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Director Amy Bird from Main Street.
Thank you, Mayor. Since I last presented, we hosted the Race to Maine, which was one of our newest signature events. This was the second annual Race to Maine, held the weekend of July 4th. And we had 39 racers this year, up from 12 racers last year. So hopefully we can triple our number next year, and we'll have to add a lot more heats. But it was a tremendous success, and we would like to give special thanks to the EMA and the Sheriff's Department for helping pull that off and make sure that everybody was safe getting off of the river. We just launched the Shop Fayetteville First gift card program this summer. It's a digital gift card that can be used at over 30 different local businesses. This initiative has no cost to Main Street. We don't make any money off of it. It's simply a way to try to get people to keep their dollars local. So people can purchase the gift card from $25 to $250, or I'm sorry, $5 to $250, and they can spend it at any of those local businesses. It doesn't have to be spent all in one place. They can spend $25 at Carter's and $25 at Norman's, and you know, it's just a great way to keep those dollars local. We plan to significantly promote the program in the upcoming holiday season. We are launching Bone to Be Wild. I don't know if y'all have ever seen some of those viral social media posts of skeletons arranged in different scenes to represent you know, different businesses in the community. I already have 3 dates booked up. That's $100 per day. The skeletons will be rearranged in the dead of night, and so there will be a new scene on the courthouse lawn every day in the month of October. And that's, you know, again, to promote a different business every day. It'll also get people downtown to see what the skeletons are doing that day. And then we're hoping that it'll be a pretty fierce social media campaign as well. First Saturday's attendance growth, we are up on average 25% year over year for this season, despite some of the rainouts that we've had this year. We want to thank specifically the police and the public works for helping support this event, and also to Kevin and Donna for opening the restrooms, and of course Tom Malone for opening the restrooms as well at the courthouse. The Fall in Love with Fayetteville Festival will be October 4th. That's just our normal first Saturday, but we're going to kick it up a couple of notches this year. We're going to have pumpkin decorating contest, pie baking contest, guess the weight of the pumpkin. So when y'all see a big 1,000-pound pumpkin delivered from Pea Ridge Farms, don't be alarmed. Antique tractor display, and more. Each one of our board members is taking on a different responsibility so that hopefully we can make each segment of the event extra special. Our social media performance just this year, the past 8 months, we have 3.9 million views with 343,000 unique users. This represents a 147% increase year over year. So we're definitely getting the word out more, and obviously since we have less than 40,000 people in Lincoln County, we're reaching a significant audience with that 343,000 unique users. Our Christmas ornaments are in. Yes, I know it's August, but this company is highly reputable, and it's the same company that produces the White House ornaments every year. So when we order early, we get them faster. This year we featured the Lincoln County Fair. These ornaments are $25 each, and we also restocked on the theater ornaments and the courthouse ornaments from the past couple of years. We're already halfway sold out, and we've only had them in for about a week. So we're hoping this year we'll sell out again and maybe have to do another reorder. And those are available for purchase on our website, FayettevilleMainStreet.com, on the shop tab. We are working through the Downtown Improvement Grant. Kevin is collaborating with Shoal to reduce the cost of some of the engineering and design work for the Parklet project. We've applied for a grant for the mural in the Parklet, and we're still awaiting their decision. That's with the Tennessee Arts Commission. And I did want to note about the grant recipients. So we received 24 applications from property owners within our district. 12 of those grants were awarded, and several of those projects are underway. I'm sure y'all have noticed some of the awnings are down, and that's because some of the fabric is stuck in the ports. So we're still waiting for some of that fabric to get here, and they'll restretch those awnings and get them put up. The applications were based on a 12-category rubric, and then we gave additional points for them being supporters of our program through membership. The grant committee, there were 4 people on the grant committee. They scored those applications individually. The scores were sent to us. We added the membership points, and then I sent them off to the state for them to make sure the applications met the specs for the grant. As far as a financial update, we ended our fiscal year June 30th with a surplus, which contributes to a stronger equity position for us. Our cash balance is healthy with minimal liabilities that are mainly just some checks that are not cashed yet. We're in a strong financial position to meet our obligations and advance the program's mission this year. The surplus from our fiscal year will be allocated to a community project, which will most likely be in the Parklet project. Some of our upcoming events. Love Thy Neighbor, August 28th at Simple Real Estate, and we're really excited about this one. They've invited some of our kid business members to be there, showcasing everything from flowers to lemonade. So we would love it if y'all would come to Simple Real Estate on the square and support not just them, but also some of our kid businesses. We have a transformation strategy meeting. I know Debbie sent out a reminder email this week. It's next Monday. There are 5 different sessions with the state, and the elected officials and leadership are invited to attend the 3 p.m. session at our office to review the data. We are required through the state to have what used to be called strategic planning. Now it's called transformation, even though I'm not sure if I want to transform very much right now. But we're required to do that every 2 years. There was an interruption due to COVID, so when we finally had our session in 2023, they were using 2020 data. So this year we're excited. They'll be using 2025 data, and we're super excited to see how that data has changed. And we really hope that y'all will try to make it to see how they're developing our strategy for the next couple of years based on that data. We're having a student meet and greet with our Youth Leaders Council August 21st. Again, I would love for y'all to attend that if you can. That's 5:30 at our office. First Saturday, September 6th. I opened the vendor registration early this month because we filled up so quickly every month that some of our regulars could not get spots. Search engine optimization class for our members. That's, again, I want everybody to be more Googleable when people are looking for something. I want Fayetteville to be at the top of the list. So that's going to be presented by the Exchange September 30th. Spirits of the Spirits is October 25th. We'll have more details on that coming up. And then we're also going to host a holiday marketing class presented by Locable on October 30th. And I think that's it for me. I kept it to 10 items.
Any questions? Thank you, Amy.
Thank y'all.
Now we'll move into the standing committee reports. First up, we have Chief David Bergman, Fire Department.
Thank you, Mayor. The month of July, the department responded to 146 calls. This included 119 rescue and EMS calls, 5 fire, 5 hazardous conditions, 3 good intent calls, 12 false alarms, 1 severe weather, and 1 special incident. That's my report.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Chief Benny Jennings, Police Department.
Thank you, Mayor. The month of July, there was a total of 76 incidents. 40 arrests were made. There was a total of 28 traffic crashes, total of 139 total citations, and a total of 1,863 police activity events. Our criminal investigation division has a total of 461 cases on hand. 9 of those are new. They closed 6 cases, and they made 3 arrests for the month of July. And that's my report.
Thank you. Moving to the Finance Department, Director Garner.
Yes, local option sales tax for the month was $337,087. This is a 1.7% decrease over this time last year. State share sales tax was $78,112. This is an increase of 2.7%. Occupancy tax was $18,337, and this is a 15% increase over this time last year. That is my report.
Thank you. Director Nathan Browning, Parks and Recs.
Thank you, Mayor. July was Parks and Recreation Month. It was a success. We had 3 winners from our scavenger hunt through our parks. Senior prom that was scheduled for August the 16th has been canceled due to lack of participation and registration. Our swimming pool is closed for the summer. Our lifeguards and pool managers are all back in school. I want to thank them for a job well done, a great year. Our installation for our new slide has finally been confirmed for next week. So we're excited to finally turn that page. And as far as important dates, bingo will be September 8th. It's next month, 1 o'clock. We're looking for a volunteer. Miss Alderman Small was very highly praised for her participation. We thank her for that. So anyone who's interested, please let me know. I want to say a big congratulations to our office coordinator, Miss Abby Swinford, and the birth of her son, Cody James. And also, finally, a big thank you to our staff for what they do every day for our residents. And that's my report.
Thank you. Director Jack Williams with the Public Works Department.
Thank you, Mayor. So for the month of July, the Public Works, we picked up 279 tons of household waste. We did 144 tons of brush. The garage guys, they completed 28 work orders, as well as keeping the equipment repair and service, and doing a good job there. I'd like to commend my guys for what they're doing. It's hot out there, it's rough, and they're doing a great job. That's my report.
Thank you, sir. Director Christy Gentry from the Planning Codes Department.
Thank you, Mayor. For the month of July, we issued 12 building permits. The total project valuation was $1,102,080. The total permit fees were $3,534. 107 property maintenance violations were issued. We did hold a court hearing for 1603 Washington Street West. That was dismissed because the property owner came into compliance. We held another court hearing yesterday for 610 Kiwanis Avenue. That was granted a continuation for 60 days until October the 16th. We do have 4 condemnation hearings scheduled for September the 3rd. At the Planning Commission meeting, a site construction plan was approved for Murphy Oil. This will consist of demolishing the current gas station in front of Walmart and building a new store back with added diesel pumps. But this project will not start until first quarter of 2026. Wendy's is going into the old Highway 55 building. A permit was pulled for that building. And then we did complete the cell tower project that was previously approved near the Riverside Christian Academy property, and a certificate of completion was given on that project. And that's my report.
Thank you. Now we move to our City Administrator report. Kevin Owens.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Board and Mayor. For my report, you have seen the previous activities in the last month, but in upcoming weeks until we get together for next work session and committee, we're working a lot on finances. We try to close out the 25 fiscal year. As many of you may be aware that our finance director will be on leave for a little time, and we're working on an interim plan that we will submit to the board on that position, as well as a couple other positions we have at the current time. In addition to finance and closeout, we're working on security amongst all of our buildings, particularly in the municipal building and the parks and recreation, where we get the most public activities. So we're working to try to get those buildings a little more secure. We're also working on some infrastructure, which means paving as well as sidewalks. The director and I, we are planning a street trip that we're going to be looking at all of the streets as far as paving. We're getting a lot of calls from the public about paving, so we're working on that. In addition, we're trying to get that fleet management plan rolling that was requested in strategic planning. We also having our monthly planning and legal meeting this week, and there's many activities that the board has requested that we look in, and all of those will be on that agenda. We're getting a number of calls about the homeless. I'm putting on my housing counselor head, which is something that I did in the past to see whether we can address some of the calls that we're receiving about homeless in the community. The IT department, as you all heard on work session, Debbie did introduce our new director. He is really smoking. So come the September cycle, we will start back receiving IT reports in committee and work session. And finally, we are making a lot of strides with our animal control that will be going under the direction or under the management of the police department by October. We have a meeting with the Humane Society leadership on tomorrow, so we're working on better relationships and better public involvement. We had our outreach coordinator to start last Monday. She is doing quite well, has had 5 adoptions since Monday, so we are moving on that. And that concludes my report, unless there's any questions.
Any questions further? Okay, thank you, Kevin. We have no unfinished business on the agenda, so we'll move right into the new business. Item A, this is interest in receiving the industrial park land. So the Industrial Development Board approached the city about a possible tract of land that's going to be approximately 143 acres that they would like to see the city take and do something with it. Their question is to the board tonight, are you interested, or could we possibly be interested? This vote would not obligate the city to anything. It would just give them the know about to move forward to the Industrial Development Board to see how they would like to present this to the city. So that's what we are voting on this. Do I have a motion for this item? A motion by Alderman Faulkner, second by Alderman Keenan. Any discussion? Debbie, call the vote.
Mr. Alder?
No.
Miss Allen?
No.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
No.
Tie vote.
That's a tie vote, and I vote to move forward with them. Yes, we could possibly be interested. So that motion carries. Item B, this is a memorandum of understanding between the city schools and the City of Fayetteville for emergency location in the event that something happened, God forbid, we hope nothing does at the school, to have a staging area. This memorandum of understanding came through the work session, and there were some questions about, if our police chief and fire chief had been contacted, also the sheriff's department and other agencies within the city, and everyone had been, kind of briefed on this. So this is a memorandum of understanding. Do I have a motion? And this location, will be at the Don Davidson Park. That's where they are looking to, as the staging area.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vice Mayor Bradford.
Second.
Second, Alderman Keenan. Any discussion?
I guess I'll ask, did all the questions get answered between the departments to suffice to move forward?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Debbie, call the vote.
Miss Allen? Aye. Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Aye. Mr. Alder?
Aye.
That motion carries. Item C, request to award the concrete bid to Curvers. This was put out to bid, and this is sort of similar to what we did last year. This is put out for a bid. This way it helps us in the process of jobs and not having to bid each individual job. It's a certain amount of concrete and a certain price. This is provided to you in your package. So do I have a motion to accept this bid?
Motion to accept.
Motion. Motion by Alderman Keenan, second by Alderman Alder. Any discussion? Debbie, call the vote, please.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Aye. Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye. That motion carries. Item D. This is the sanitation rate comparison. This comparison was done and the Richardson Waste, and Jack, correct me if I'm wrong on this, Richardson Waste has taken over the...
Yes.
Okay, has taken this over, and once they looked at it, they realized that they could give us a better price per ton. In 2025, it was $64.71, and the adjusted rate now will be $59.47. This generates a savings to the city in the amount of $177,374. And with this, we are requesting that part of this savings will go toward increasing the rate of the sanitation driver. Currently, the sanitation driver is paid $19 an hour. They are required to have a CDL, and we would like to raise that to $24 per hour. Do I have a motion for this item?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Alder, second Alderman Keenan. Is there any discussion on this item?
Just want to clarify, the savings is $15,629 dollars.
Oh,
That's
yes.
the difference between the 193 and the 177, just for clarification for the public.
That is correct. The estimated cost for 2025 would be 177,374, so it is a difference, correct. Debbie, call the vote.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen? Aye. Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
That motion carries. Item E, this is a permit application for the annual conference for the 13th Episcopal AME Church. This will be held September the 2nd through the 6th at 501 College Street. This permit has gone through the police department with approval. Is that correct, Chief Jennings?
Yes.
Approval on this permit. So do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Allen, second by Vice Mayor Bradford. Any
I'd
discussion?
like to make one correction.
Okay.
Before we vote
Right.
on are you requesting officer assistant? That would be yes. It's marked no would be yes. It would be minimal assistance that I've talked with the chief about, and he knows it.
Okay, so noting that correction that there will be requesting police presence and assistance. Any other further discussion? Debbie, call the vote.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
That motion carries. Item F, this is Recovery Fest permit. This will be held October the 18th at Stonebridge Park. This is an annual event. This permit has also gone through the police department with their approval. Do I have a motion to approve this permit?
I have a question.
I need a motion first.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Keenan. Discussion?
When we have a permit come through and it's using one of our parks, does the rec center, are they notified ahead of time so they're familiar with it and good with it also?
Director Browning indicates that is a yes, they are notified. I think when it goes through the police department, the police kind of clears all aspects of this.
I thought so.
Yeah. Okay. Any other discussion? Debbie, call the vote.
Ms. Small? Aye. Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
That motion carries. Item G, this is for the Fayetteville United Methodist Church. They are having what they call the BEAM, B-E-A-M, Wednesday night kickoff. This will be August the 13th. And this is on the lot on the side of the church in between the alley there. And the children will be going back and forth across the street. The event is from 5 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. This is going through the police department. They are not requesting officer assistance. I think they are just wanting to shut down that alley for just that period of time.
Motion approved.
Motion by Alderman Keenan, second. Second by Alderman Faulkner. Any discussion? Debbie, call the vote.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen? Aye. Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye. And that motion carries. Item H, this is ordinance number 2025-19. This is an ordinance amending the annual budget and the capital program. You have been given a list of the amounts and the funds in which this is. This is where money has been moved around or will be moved around in each department. It's not from department to department or fund to fund. It's within that category. All that has been listed for you. Also on the second page, there's the changes in the drug fund and also the sanitation fund. Do I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-19?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Alderman Alder, second. Alderman Faulkner, any discussion? Let me call the vote, please.
Miss Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
That motion carries. Now moving to item I. This is ordinance number 2025-20. This is in reference to the Animal Control Department, and this is amending the budget within the animal control. You will see there's a $2,500 item and a $2,000 item, and this is funds from donations or adoptions. So do I have a motion to approve this ordinance?
Second.
Motion by Alderman Faulkner, second Alderman Allen. Any discussion? We call vote.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
That motion carries. Item J. This is ordinance number 2025-21, and this is kind of called the interim appointments. This is what the city administrator was speaking to previously. We've had some people out in different departments, and this allows and makes provisions for people to fill in, and also a stipend for additional pay in that event. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Motion by Alderman Allen, second by Vice Mayor Bradford. Any discussion? Any discussion? Can we call the vote, please?
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner? Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
That motion carries. Moving to item K. This is ordinance number 2025-22. This is a ordinance for the City of Fayetteville, and it's amending the 13th, Title 13, Chapter 4 of the Municipal Code. This is regarding regulation of inoperable vehicles. The IT and Planning Department have worked really hard on this ordinance, and did a lot of research with the surrounding areas, and it has passed through the committee, also through work session. So do I have a motion for the ordinance 2025-22?
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Small, second by Alderman Faulkner. Any discussion on this? Debbie, call the vote.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Okay, this motion carries. My papers. Moving to item L. This is ordinance number 2025-23, better known as the Mobile Food Vendors Ordinance. This has been played around, worked with quite a long time, and we finally came up to something that agreeable to present. So do I have a motion for this ordinance?
Second.
Motion by Alderman Faulkner, second by Alderman Small. Any discussion? Debbie, call vote.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
No.
Mr. Keenan?
No.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
That motion carries. Moving to item M, this is ordinance 2025-24, also known as the restoration of streets. This ordinance came to us through Public Works, and it also replaces a previous ordinance, 2025-15, I believe, that when the pavement is dug up, this gives specification as to what it can be refilled with. All those specifications are in this ordinance. Do I have a motion to move forward?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alderman Keenan, second.
Second.
Second, Alderman Alder. Any discussion? Debbie, call the vote.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Miss Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner? Ms. Small?
That motion carries. Moving to item N, and this is ordinance number 2025-25. This is amending the fiscal year 2026 budget. You have been provided with all the changes. Pay particular attention as to the fund name because of this, or the fund direction of the funds in this. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alderman Alder, second.
Second.
Vice Mayor Bradford. Any discussion? Didn't come vote.
Miss Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
That motion carries. Moving to item O. This is resolution number R-2025-10. The Tennessee has passed a law where if you are employed as a part-time employee and you're employed with the City of Fayetteville or any city, you have the option of receiving the benefit for retirement. You can opt out on this if you do not want to provide the benefit, and Fayetteville has selected to not, if this passes, to not provide retirement benefits for part-time employees. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Keenan. Any discussion? Any questions? Debbie, call the vote.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Miss Allen?
Aye.
And that motion carries. Moving to item P. You have presented on your iPads a map, an updated map. This is a zoning map. And this is done every few years to keep up with and make sure that our maps are current. This map, there's a change of zoning on the Hedgemont property and also the cell tower property near RCA. You've been provided a copy here, so do I have a motion to approve the new map?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alderman Keenan, second. Second. Second by Alderman Small. Any discussion? Debbie, call the vote.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Miss Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
That motion carries. Item Q. I would notify the board I have presented you with a small bio on Miss Amy Harwell. Making a motion or a request to the board to reappoint Amy Harwell for a 3-year term. This will make her term expire July the 1st, 2028.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alderman Keenan, second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Alder. Any discussion?
Just like to ask, how many years does this make Mrs. Harwell on the board?
I believe she was 7, and when she completes this one, she'll be 10 years.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Debbie, call the vote.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Miss Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
That motion carries. Also, I would like to request and recommend to the board reappointing Joy Wooliver to the Board of Appeals. This is a board where you look for people to be on this board that have skills in building and codes and things like that, such as air conditioning. It may be a carpenter, it could be construction, it could be plumbing, those type people, so they understand the appeals that may come before them. Mr. Wooliver was appointed in January of 23 to fulfill the unexpired term of Kevin Hammonds, who resigned. This is a 5-year appointment, and the new term will expire July the 1st, 2030. He brings a great wealth of construction knowledge and his HVAC experience adds to the reason that Mr. Wooler would be a great board member. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Motion by Vice Mayor Bradford, second by Alderman Keenan. Any discussion of Mr. Wooler? Do we call the vote?
Ms. Small? Aye. Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Keenan?
Aye.
Mr. Faulkner?
Aye.
That motion carries. That completes our business for tonight, and we will declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you.